welcome to the Co-Regulation in Action video series, a collection of videos to help you jumpstart using co-regulation strategies with youth. In this video, we focus on the co-regulation strategy, rest and return. To start, let's look at what rest and return involves.
Rest and return means taking a break. That is giving space to refocus or self-soothe, and then coming back. For youth in your program, this could be a physical or a mental break. Youth who are feeling emotionally overwhelmed could physically step into the hall or to the back of the classroom to stretch and use breath to focus before returning to their seat. Or this could mean taking a mental break, remaining in place, but doing something that offers the mental space to refocus, like putting your head down on your desk or doodling. Again, a key piece is ending this break to return and fully focus once youth feels soothed.
So why is this strategy important? Taking a break is an important self-regulation skill. When we feel stressed or strong emotions, our bodies react by raising heart rate and releasing hormones and chemicals that impact our nervous system and the way we think. Taking a break from a situation causing that response allows us to reset, refocus, and self-soothe. Taking a break is a powerful skill, so much so it's often taught in healthy relationship education classes for youth and adults.
Let's consider how you can implement and support this strategy. Sometimes we can be hesitant to use this as facilitators because of the potential for misuse by youth. The fear is that youth will use it as a cop-out or simply check out.
You can avoid much of this when you establish the tool early and explain how they can use it and how you will support it. Here are a few tips on how to do this well. First, make sure to fully explain the strategy's purpose and how students can use it, emphasizing the importance of the return. Let's watch an example.
We are going to use a strategy in this class called rest and return. When you are feeling overwhelmed, you can put your head down and take a minute or two to collect your thoughts and refocus your emotions so you can come back ready and re-energized. When you lay your head down, I encourage you to use a deep breathing exercise, like breath to focus, to help prepare mentally for coming back into our space and engaging in class. Now keep in mind that rest and return is a tool to help you take a moment so you can re-engage, not something you use to disengage altogether. So, I'm going to give you a 5-minute limit, and then if I see your heads down longer than that, I'm going to come by and gently tap your shoulder to remind you it's time to come back. How does that sound?
In this example, we saw the facilitator describe the strategy and stress the expectation to return. You can incorporate the introduction of this strategy into your group agreements. You can then connect the expectation to return with other values like respect. You should also emphasize that when others in the class see youth using this strategy, they need to respond with respect and compassion.
Finally, if you're working in a space where touching a student is prohibited or discouraged, you can adapt the strategy to say you will tap on their desk or the back of their seat when they've reached the end of the rest break. Let's switch gears and think more practically. How does this look in real life? Some of you might have the space that will allow students to physically leave or set themselves apart to rest and return. If that's you, it's important to think through some questions. Where is the space? What are you going to call it? What will go into the space? Let's look at an example.
Perhaps where you teach your class, you have a corner with ample space that includes an extra desk or chair at the back of the room. This could be your rest and return corner. You can fill this space with items that encourage youth to use the space, such as a fidget spinner, a coloring book or notebook, or a tablet that has breathing exercises or relaxation videos or soothing music they can connect to with their headphones. You might also consider adding a timer to keep track of how long they've been resting.
Now, sometimes as facilitators, we're using a physically small space. This is where creativity and intentionality can really come into play, particularly to allow students to rest at their own seat. To accomplish this, you could provide the class with a laminated card a student can flip over when they need to put their head down for a minute, so that you know they're not just trying to sneak a quick nap. You could also furnish the class with a box of items that allow them to take a mental rest. These could be the same items that you would put in a physical space if you had it. You could encourage students to take an item from that box when they want to rest and put it back when they're ready to return.
You can use Rest and Return as an opportunity to have a one-on-one with a youth. This can help you identify what might have led the student to use the strategy and provide opportunities for additional coaching on self-regulation skills. And don't forget the importance of Rest and Return for your own self-care. Supporting young people as they transition through adolescence is deeply valuable and sometimes difficult. Taking care of yourself is essential to being fully present and effective for your students. Pause and rest when you need to, so you can return whole, healthy, and ready to re-engage with this important work. To wrap up, here's a quick recap for Rest and Return. Rest and Return is a self-regulation strategy that allows you to take a break to refocus and return to class. When introducing the strategy, it's important to stress the return. This will help you ensure students don't use the strategy to disengage from the class content. Rest and Return can take many forms, either physically or just mentally. Be creative in how you implement the strategy. Thanks for watching. We hope you're walking away with some new ideas to try out with your program and youth. Don't forget to explore other co-regulation and action videos, and remember to download the tip sheet for more Rest and Return practices.